I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. I'm sorry. It's disgusting.
What happened? Were you thinking of Marvel movies again?
Oh my gosh, yes, the worst. No, worse. I was thinking of Star Wars. The Mandalorian. Ew.
Now you're making me throw up in my mouth.
Oh
Dude.
jeez.
How dare you? How dare you, dude?
It's gonna be like, by the way, I'm streaming. It's gonna be like, what's that movie where, like, the one person throws up and then everybody in the audience does too? They did that skit in The Office as well. It's like a famous scene. Welcome, guys. Welcome.
There's been a number of films that I know that have done that exact joke. Like, at least the first one I saw it in was Stand By Me.
Oh, that's what it was. I think it was Stand By Me that did it.
Possibly, but also, like, I've seen, like, others that would go to, like, either varying degrees. Like, they talked about it in the Goonies.
Oh.
And then, there was a very, very lesser known, like, parody film called, like, Son of the Godfather or something like that.
Oh, okay.
And, you know, they were just doing a scene of, like, a funeral after, whichever son got, like, blown up in the car and all that. Like,
okay.
But except in this film, that son didn't die. Instead, he, like, comes to, like, a funeral of someone else, and he's just, like, horribly burnt and disgusting looking, and everyone attending the funeral is trying not to throw up looking at him.
Oh jeez, that's so rude.
And then, yeah, and then the film, I mean, the scene culminates as, like, some nurse is, like, giving him a piece of orange, and, like, the moment he just, like, slurps at this piece of orange, the pastor during the scene just, like, stops his sermon, throws up, and everyone starts throwing up. And then it just gets to, like, that's when, because again, this is a parody film, like, almost kind of like, you know, like Airplane or the Naked Gun series, where it goes, like, cartoonishly over the top.
Right. It gets, like, ridiculous.
Yeah, because, like, I remember that scene and just, like, a bunch of dumb stuff happening, evolving around it. Oh, then there was also The Sandlot, like, that scene in The Sandlot when they would like, all
with the chewing tobacco,
yeah.
That's right.
Then going on to that ride.
Right, and they'll get sick on it.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
Man, there's a lot of scenes in films that have a bunch of, like, people, everyone vomiting everywhere.
Like chain reaction, right?
Yeah. Like, I just now also remembered that one series of films, Problem Child. Like, I don't know if you remember that one. That was, like, a weird, like, 90s franchise.
Right.
Yeah. But that one also had a whole bit of, like, I guess him hijacking the controls at a carnival ride as, like, a bunch of people he didn't like was on it, and, like, jacking up the speed so high that they all just start vomiting.
Right. Sorry, kitten, I misunderstood you. Yeah.
Man, where do we go from here?
I know. We've talked about every single Star Wars movie at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, coming out as a pizza hater. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. What an awkward situation, friend.
Who was that? How dare they? How dare they?
I know.
Pizza.
Pizza's the best. Oh shoot, I forgot my music. There you go. Yeah, what the heck?
Oh.
How could you hate pizza?
By
It's
the
the
way,
best. What's up?
Could you turn screen share on Discord for it so I can see your stuff?
Oh, ooh.
Yeah.
Oh baby. Let's see this. Actually, I think I could do that. There we go. You can see my stuff too now. You hate Italian bread. That's messed up. It's a great fast food. Please don't come after me. We're gonna take you down, kitten. That's unacceptable behavior. When people don't like pizza, you know there's something wrong. Pizza's not disgusting. What is all y'all's favorite pizza? I'm a pepperoni boy. I'm a Los Clásicos pepperonos. Pepperonos.
Still working on your children's book?
No, this is after.
Ah. How did it go, by the way? Like, did you finish it before you left?
No, I still have like 1 or 2 things left to do. But, yeah. But now that I forgot how to draw, I have to round some things out. I read a whole book today somehow. Good job, Kitty. That's awesome. What book was it? Oh, geez. Kitten, what's your favorite food then? If you're gonna be a pizza hater.
What would be the opposite of pizza? Like the complete inverse.
Spaghetti. I don't know, like a taco or something.
Maybe, but then again, there is like Mexican pizza,
mac and
or
cheese,
something like that.
You could do like a hot dog or something.
Now they still feel oddly similar
Oh my
to
gosh.
each other.
Raid Shadow Legends is the opposite of pizza.
There we go.
Let me guess, go dog
you
go.
can't eat a Raid Shadow Legends.
That's true.
It doesn't taste like garlic and tomatoes.
It doesn't taste like amazing?
Like salted. Yeah, there we go. By the way, how was your trip? Like,
It was
you were
fine.
just going back to like visit family, right?
No, I had 2 weddings.
Oh, I
And
see.
it was pretty crazy. The first was our friends out here, followed by my sisters in California, and that was both were pretty crazy. But it's over now, thankfully, and I don't have to go back to California for another 2 years, hopefully. That's what I'm hoping.
Man, you really don't like California.
I don't like flying. I don't mind California. I mean, I don't like California, but I don't like flying is the problem.
No, I know what the problem is.
Uh-oh.
You just don't like Incubus because of all the songs they have.
What does that have to do with flying?
Because they all talk about California. And
Oh. Fair enough. Well, who's that that band that sings that California song? Yeah, I don't know. Discord got weird for a second. My Hero Academia, nice. Very good.
Yeah, but I'm surprised that entire time you were out, you didn't do like any drawing.
I was super busy when I was there. I didn't have like a chance to. Also, I was trying to relax for once. Take an actual break since I'm always doing something productive. I was supposed to make a vlog, but that didn't happen either.
Vlog?
A
About
vlog.
what?
Just in general, about being in California, recording stuff and then editing it. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. Hi, Alejandra and Kitten and Danny and 3 Syrups and Ian and Kitty and Crown Fox, a rabbit, wow, and Soak and Neston. And
Hello, all of you.
yeah, I'm here with InfinityJoe. You can check his art out on Twitter. Doris here, welcome. Miles, welcome. Bree! I'm in Cali right now for vacation. Ooh, fancy. Danny's eating everything. Danny keeps eating the fridge. That's why all the art's gone. But why is the art gone?
because, you know, all the art you put up on front of the fridge.
Yeah.
You know, with the magnets.
Right.
So that everyone can see.
Right.
I mean, that's the way of the future. We're just gonna get rid of museums.
Just have a bunch of fridges.
Laid on refrigerators.
Oh my gosh, same.
So, I mean, who wouldn't want to just, like, walk up and grab a soda while also at the same time checking out
perusing
Mona
some
Lisa
art?
And be like, oh, hey, yeah.
Right.
Oh, hey, Mona Lisa, that's pretty nice.
Oh, that's pretty good. Don't we put food in the fridge so I eat the art? No, you put art in the fridge so you eat the food, I think. Mighty, how you doing, friend? Hey, what you doing today? I'm live streaming with Joe. Mighty, how are you doing,
Hello.
Mighty? What are you doing today, Mighty? All your friends are in Cali. Also, guys, keep it PG. Yeah, please, keep it PG. Sin Archbishops of Gluttony. Busted.
I'll keep it PG, alright? I'm gonna talk about nothing but Pig Galaxy.
Pig Galaxy? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
What's Pig Galaxy? Yeah. That actually sounds genuinely interesting.
No idea. It's the first thing that came to mind when I tried to think of
Now I need to make a comic called Pig Galaxy.
No, wait.
But everybody's horses. Why?
Oh, well, only because that would sound too close to Pigs in Space.
Yeah, but it's our fanfic of pigs in space. Fanfic.
Ah.
So,
now you're thinking with your doodle. It could be one of those fan projects that's related to an official licensed property, but we just change it slightly enough and don't monetize it or...
Oh, we're gonna monetize the heck out of it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like recently, I saw that someone had made a short film that's ostensibly supposed to be like a fan film of like a Friday the 13th film.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, I guess it was with the idea of like if the franchise went in a particular different direction or something. Like, I think the film was called like Don't Walk Alone in the Snow. And it's like when you watch it, or at least I think when it first came out, that was supposed to be the big shocking reveal for folks, is that like after the first 5 minutes you see Jason Voorhees.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
It's like a spicy Jason there.
Nah, not that one.
Oh.
I mean, kind of at least an interesting little like fan film and all that.
Right.
Yeah.
That's cool. Oof. Caleb, welcome back. Yeah, everybody, check out One Mighty R's art on YouTube, his YouTube channel. It's really good. He draws really fantastic comic book art. Like classico comic book art. I am Beetlejuice Romane Conte representing Sloth. Oof.
Oh,
Pizza rolls. What? What's up? Pizza.
I forgot to ask, what was your clickbaity title for this episode?
Art working with Joe. It's pretty clickbait if you ask me. Everybody knows who you are. I was using your face just for that easy click. You're doing the.
It could have been more clickbaity. You could have just said, "Does Joe actually exist?"
Oh man, that's a good one. Next, I'll change it later. Who is Joe and does he exist? I wrote the whole lyrics of Old Town and wrote today. Ooh, nice.
Little reaction image of you just like that little, like thinking face, like
yeah,
looking at a picture of looking at me sitting somewhere. It's like, who is this? Is he real? Is this a figment of my imagination?
It's is this that like meme? Is this Lost? My favorite food is pizza. I hope so. Is he real? Wheel? Oh whoa. Ooh woo. Oh my gosh.
Dang it, they actually asked the question. Now I gotta reveal it.
You gotta face Joe's face reveal.
It's like, oh no, now the time has come. I do not exist. I am a collective conscious entity.
The truth is out there, I want to believe. I should just become a, what's it called? A flat earther. A flat Joer.
Does Joe even have dimensions?
Oh my gosh, I thought you were gonna say dementia. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, do you actually have dementia? Feels bad.
No, just kind of use the same kind of flat earth theory of stuff. It's like anytime I look at him, he's always in 2 dimensions.
He's a 2-dimensional boy. I remove all shadows.
People point out, no, he clearly has a shadow. It's like right there. No, that's just a hologram projection.
Oof. That's true.
They fake the video of Joe's birth. You know it's not real.
Right.
Like go way out of the way to deny the existence of a single person.
I mean, it worked with the Kennedys. Nothing bad ever happens to the Kennedys.
Ah! God, I hope that show when it comes back that it's gonna be just as good as it was.
I don't even know what it is. I've just seen like memes of it.
Oh. That was from Clone High.
Oh, that's
like,
right.
It was yeah, it was an MTV series by Phil Lord and Chris Miller.
Like a long time ago, or?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Like I think it was one of their first major projects.
Oh,
I think
okay.
before then, it was just like, you know, a lot of work for hire stuff. At least as far as I understand it.
Right.
And unfortunately, series only lasted that one season, but then, you know, they started to get super popular with, like, doing stuff like the 21 and 22 Jump Street film.
Oh, those are so good.
The Lego movie.
Oh, yeah. Those are really good, too.
Yeah. Like, the thing that they got, like, they have a really good sense of humor and how to, like, particularly time it and also subvert expectations and all that. Because that was the whole point of Clone High, was that it was all parodies of after-school specials, but them just like taking one of the cliche topics and taking it to like a more ridiculous extreme.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, Ken, there JFK was pretty much the best of the show.
Yeah. Defense attorney, you're done in this town. You're fired. You're late. You're late and now you're fired. This is your 30th warning. Your 56th warning. No.
So have you actually been watching The Mandalorian?
Yeah, it's good. Well, I wouldn't say it's. I'd say season 2 is actually pretty good so far. Season 1 was incredibly mediocre, and that's coming from someone who actually likes Star Wars.
Yeah, I hadn't seen it yet. I've just been hearing like a lot of people talking about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, it's like the only thing on right now.
Yeah.
I would say Walking Dead, though, if you want to watch something that's actually really good, Walking Dead is like 1,000 out of 10. Apparently it gets really redundant with like the situations later, because how much can you do in a show about humans and zombies? Because it's like...
Are you starting it from the beginning?
Walking Dead or Mandalorian?
Yeah.
Walking Dead, yeah.
Walking Dead.
Yeah. Star Wars, The Mandalorian, William Brooks. Also welcome, William Brooks.
Yeah, nah, I've only seen the first season of Walking Dead.
No spoilers.
Then after, yeah. Well, no, I just remember, like, season 2, a lot of people said it really dropped in quality because they just did not have the budget, and it's a lot of them staying in, like, one location.
Oh, I didn't know that. Because season 2 is where it picked up for me, is where I thought it, like, actually started getting good. Because there's this build up to the situation, and the payoff of it is, like, pinnacle. That's what got me sold on the show. Yeah. Is because that payoff, I won't spoil what it is, but you're like, oh shoot, I didn't even realize that this was a thing that was, like, here the whole time. And then that's when it got really good, and then season 3 is when it, like, that show blew up. Why are you firing me? You're done in this town, defense attorney. We were talking about Mandalorian, William Brooks, and now we're talking about The Walking Dead. But yeah, so I think Walking Dead's great. It is, as I explained to my dad, it's a soap opera with zombie setting, with like zombie set dressing, you know, and that's very much what it is. It's like, oh, I love you. Oh, you're dead. Oh, you're my favorite sister, and now I'm dead. And it's like, it's going to be a lot of that. But it's also just a really good analysis of like the human psyche in these situations. Yeah. Walking Dead TV show is completely different than the comic. That's what I heard. I heard that the beginnings start similarly in the same, but then they take off completely separate, which is a good thing, I think. Hi, Green Cool. It's good to see you again, friend. I love you. I love you too, Green Cool. Bit like.
Well, they kind of do and kind of don't. It's one of those cases like they sometimes go off on their own path, or there's also like stuff that they could not replicate in the show that they did in the comic.
Right.
And then, or like, you know, they introduce new characters, that kind of stuff, which it's all fine, but then like, you know, that whole thing of like, well, we're going on our own different thing. Oh, but also we're gonna still hit this like major pivotal character that came in and all that.
Right. I think a lot of it is just liking the ideas from the books, because it's like, if you were to make a show about your favorite, you know, comic or whatever, of course you would want like, oh man, I like the sheriff character, you know, I like this country girl. It's a good thing sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a back and forth. Like whenever it's because it's that whole question of if you're adapting something, how close do you stick to the source material that it doesn't feel redundant and repetitive,
Right.
but also not so far away from the source material that it feels like it's not even at all related.
Right, right.
Because, like, one of the most egregious examples was, like, way back in high school, there was this Korean comic I used to read called Priest.
Okay.
And it was like this, like, kind of poor Western comic of, like, you know, dude going and killing demons in the Old West and all that stuff. But then they decided to make a movie of it at one point, and it was one of those things where, like, it's like, okay, so we got the character's name. That's about as close
Oh.
to what we actually got right about this film.
Right.
And it feels like it was one of those cases that they just had a completely different script, but they wanted to sell the film, so they just
used the name,
rights
yeah.
to a comic, yeah.
Right.
Thinking, because that was also when comic book films were starting to get more popular, and so it was like, oh well.
And none of them were good. Yeah.
Because like how this film Priest went, it was more or less them trying to like make a Judge Dredd style film, because it's like set in post-apocalyptic future, an order of people known as the Priest who fight vampires, and it's like, okay, so what about that was exactly like the comic book Priest? Well, we got a character named Ivan Isaac.
Oh.
Like, and that's about it. Like even because they also had like this whole thing, like in the comics, the guy had like a scar on his forehead of the cross.
Okay.
And then in the movie, they just decide, hey, let's just make a giant tattoo of a cross on their entire face.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's nothing like it.
Yeah. And it was one of those cases, like, it then kind of makes you question, like, what was the whole reasoning behind going this far, other than just, you know, they just wanted the rights to a book or something like that. Because it's like, well, you guys could have just had easily just called it something else entirely.
You gotta sell it. It's like the
yeah.
It's like the Priest movie or whatever for that comic. It was like, I guess, fine. It was like a good old 4 out of 10. But like the intro was all animated and it looked really good, and I was getting so hyped for it, and then the movie started and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
But yeah, my buddy liked it. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
As long as somebody gets enjoyment out of this stuff.
Yeah. I guess after that, it's then just a matter of like if it would ever get picked up as another series or something. Because I guess that's also like the big concern a lot of people have when, you know, it's a bad adaptation of something. Like what's the likelihood of it getting another adaptation and it actually being good?
Mm-hmm.
Like, kind of like you know, there was the Sylvester Stallone Judge Dredd, which, you know, a lot of people.
It's a classic.
Kind of a, yeah, but it's also considered pretty hokey.
Yeah, but that's part of like the charm of it, because that's how like 80s movies kind of are.
Yeah, but then, you know, there was the film Dredd, which was like
that one was actually really good.
Yeah, but also unfortunately it did not do well in the box office.
Right, sadly.
At least in America, I think it did pretty fine and all that.
Right.
Yeah. Like, it was also one of those things too. Like, it was kind of one of those like, oh man, it lost to like what was regarded as a pretty mediocre, like, a pretty forgettable horror film too.
What? Which one?
If
you say The Ring, I'm gonna be so mad.
No. It was something. like it was one of those.
It's like Snakes on a Plane or something.
No, like I remember it specifically had Jennifer Lawrence, and it was like when she suddenly got super popular because of the Hunger Games films.
Oh.
And it was some film that I think initially was just going to be like a straight-to-DVD film, but since she got popular, they decided to put a bit more money into it and put it in theater. Yeah. And I think it was something weirdly named, like, The House at the End of the Lane.
Oh, I think that's the one that I wanted to see. Is that the one where the house defends the family from, like, the neighbors?
No, I don't think it was that.
Because that's the one that I actually want to see. I think I know what you're talking about. House at the End of the Street in 2012.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got Jennifer Lawrence in it. I don't even know about this movie. There's this one movie where I forget what it's called and I want to see it still, where this family, this man and woman move into this new home. And it's that cliche of like, oh, you don't want to live in that house. You know, it's like, someone died in there. It's haunted, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, we're a new family, bought it. It's all our money. We can't move out, etc., etc. So they just stay there. And like, it looks all spooky and things start happening that are bad and like possibly ghosts, possibly monsters, whatever. And it gets worse and worse and like the house is creaking and it's like clearly evil. And it turns out that Joe is another artist friend, defense attorney. You can find his stuff at InfinityJoe on Twitter. But the house, the neighbors are actually evil and they're like trying to kill this man and woman for some reason, and so like all the neighbors are coming against them, but the house is also possessed and defends the two from the neighbors. So like the house attacks the neighbors and not the family. So it's just a fun concept.
Yeah, it's inversion of the
of like the typical. So I'm like, oh, that sounds fun. I actually want to see this, but I forgot to like find it and go looking for it.
Speaking of like inversion of like trope and all that, you ever see Tucker and Dale vs. Evil?
Yes, that one's really good too.
Yeah.
That movie's awesome.
he just ran into the wood chipper.
I know.
Strangest thing. I just
it's so funny and it's so sad.
Yeah.
But it's so good.
Yeah.
He just runs into the wood chipper. Turkey feast. Oh yeah, Thanksgiving. Are you Ross Fetterman? Very nice, Soak. I didn't know that was your real life name. It's not. Next week is Turkey Day. Yeah, are you doing anything for Thanksgiving? Are y'all doing anything for Thanksgiving?
I mean, my family planning to do something. I am a little hesitant because it's stuff like my sister, her and her boyfriend have gotten pretty serious.
Ooh.
So it's now the whole, his mom and brother are going to be coming down
Right.
for Thanksgiving. And it's like,
What's wrong with that?
COVID.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. It's more of like that whole thing, like, because at least it's that whole thing. I know what my family is at least doing COVID-wise. Like, my sister works from home now. My brother and I still have to work at our respected grocery stores, but, you know, we're being as cautious as we can, wearing masks, walking up, all that stuff.
Right.
My mom, still a little like, okay, why do
She's
you
gonna do what she
want
does,
to
and
go?
there's nothing you could do about
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I get it.
Well, I mean, she's also masking and gearing up, but it's also stuff like, why do you insist on going out and drinking with your friends? I mean, don't you realize the potential problem?
Right.
But now it's like, okay, so two other people who I don't really know, and it's like, how is this gonna go out?
Right. You don't know what their I guess, like, attention to detail is with being safe.
Or even to, like, do they take the whole thing seriously? Because
they're flat earthers too. Rona's a lie.
Yeah.
Rona doesn't exist. It's a conspiracy so the government can take all our biscuits, man.
Yeah, because I'm sure where you work, you probably had to. Well,
yeah,
I don't know, like
a million billion things, and well, there's every once in a while there's someone who comes in without a mask. It's very rare. It's probably like once a weekend or once a week. No, don't eat me, defense attorney. That's messed up.
Yeah, nah, we seem to have a consistent problem of it, and I'm just always baffled by it. Especially like there are folks who, it's a whole matter of like we've been in this for like 8 months now, and people are still coming up to our area being like, "Hey, can I get a free sample?" And it's like, no, this is not the time for those kind of things.
Right. Everybody's still just being a dingus about it.
Yeah, and then if it's not that, then it's like the people just being really irresponsible with it. Like the people who, for whatever reason, insist that they have to walk up to us, pull their mask off, talk to us.
Oh yeah, like, they do the blah 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 blah, and then they'll put it back on.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and it's like, come on, dude. We can hear you just fine, and if we can't, then just enunciate your words.
Then yell, literally yell at us, and we're more okay with you yelling at us than, taking your mask off, right?
Yeah. Alright, I'll be right back.
How dare you?
I'm just gonna run over to my... Nah, I'm just gonna run over and grab some dinner at my brother's side of the house.
Fancy.
Yep.
His side of the house? You guys split up the house into quarters?
No. We live at a duplex.
Oh.
I thought I told you about that.
You did.
Yeah,
I'm just joking.
Yeah, my mom and I live on one side, my sister and my brother live on the other side of the duplex.
Couple of fancy boys over here. Everybody watch that.
It's the closest you get to, like, almost having that, that dream story of, oh, a bunch of friends just bought up an entire neighborhood. So
right.
They can all live together.
Right.
Yeah. Alright, I'll be right back.
See ya. What are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? No, don't turn pup into bread. Do not turn me into bread. That is incredibly rude. I need to not be loaf. Don't full loaf me. Alright, I'm not a loafer. Turkey moment. Ooh, I like that. We're gonna make a meme out of that. Just made a mistake and I can't fix it. Bingus. I don't get what that means, Crown Fox. What is a Danu? Danny? Bruh. Lol. I hate autocorrect. What is a Danu? How are you guys doing today? I hope you all are well. I know it's a little bit different having someone chatting me up on stream and I can't read your every beck and call, my fellow friends. But yeah, so I hope you guys are doing alright. It's perfect. Perfect. I feel bad for you. Why do you feel bad for me? Hold on. What is happening? I put too much paint, and it's so much paint, I don't need that much. Oof. What are you painting, Danny? I want to know. You got to make sure to show me, too. I want to see it. I want to see it. Also, did y'all... Who was it that sent me the picture of Todoroki? Or no, the cement guy, the DK guy from... This guy from My Hero Academia last night. I forget who that was. Pilfer, you don't know who Bingus is? Who is Bingus? Size, DM's image. Alright, let me see. Give me that Bingus life. Is this Bingus? Are you the real life Bingus? I'll go first. Hi, Bingus. Hello, Bingus. That's funny. Danny, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Danny? Oi, I'm back. Welcome back, Sherman. It's good to see you again, friend. I appreciate the likes, guys. I feel bad for you. Why do you feel bad? Oof. Hugs. Air hugs, friend. One of my friends is trying to make me a furry. What do I do? You stand your ground and just do whatever you want to do, man. Who cares? Don't let your friends decide who you are. You decide who you are. Believe in the you that believes in yourself. Your drill is the drill that creates the heavens. I put it in the fridge. It's a work in progress, though. Oh, thanks, Danny. I'll check it out. Yeah, that's Bingus. Bingus with us, Pilfer. Hello, Bingus. Hello, Pilfer. Hello, Tornado friend. Hello, dear friend. Much better. You know Joe? Yeah, I know Joe. Do you know Joe? Buy me a sticky grenade from like Halo? Joe Mama. So dumb! Why for you do?
Alrighty, I'm back now.
Welcome back. They said, do you know Joe? And of course I know Joe, but he's like, Joe Mama. And I'm like, what the heck, guy?
You fell.
I fell for the oldest trick in the book, yes. Feels bad.
You just fell victim to one of the classic blunders. Only one before that is never getting to a land war with China.
Same. Literal same.
But speaking of pizza, my sister and a boyfriend made some homemade style pizza rolls.
Ooh, pizza rolls. I haven't had pizza rolls in years.
Yeah.
Nice. Were they good? Are you eating them right now?
Yeah, I'm trying to keep the mic.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Out whenever I talk to
Nom,
you.
nom, 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 nom.
Yeah, let me get a good old little lip smack in there. For you,
Nom, nom, nom,
just
nom,
so
nom.
you know that I'm
Queen
enjoying
Joe
some
Mama.
food.
Dead meme. Joe Mama's dead meme. A stick grenade. Like a World War... Isn't that World War I or is that World War II? Because you have to prime it. You have to prime the stick grenade and then you throw it.
I think that was World War One. Like
Yeah.
the ones that they kind of refer to as potato mashers.
Yeah. Pizza rolls. I'll roll your pizza, you dingleberry. What'd you eat, Tornado? Aspen and Tornado, what are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? Eve, how you doing, Eve? It's good to see you again. It's from World War II. You're from World War II, Sherman. Yeah. Somehow I knew Sherman was gonna be right on this because I think it's Sherman's thing to know of World War II and various operatives like that. Well, I don't know if operatives is the right word, but yeah, you know what I mean. You win this time, Sherman. Yeah, I know. I knew that your name was the tank because my friend was super into World of War tanks, as I'm sure you are too. And he would always be talking about, oh, the Sherman was the best tank in World War II. Germans made the best stuff. I'm like, yeah. Doggo and a bunny. Yes, the classico doggo bunny, even though dogs would eat bunnies like all the time, and birds. I don't know why it's friends with these two. Hello, attorney.
Well, I mean, it's fiction. You can do anything in fiction.
No, it's real life. This is a fantasy based on reality. It's a far-off dream like a distant memory.
This is the real life with just a fantasy.
Same. There we go. We need pup, please. What pup? Like a cardboard box outside my room to the living room. Oof. Busted. The Danganronpa series, it's dark and contains a little bit of foul language. Nope, can't do that. But you won't get in trouble. No foul language on my channel, Aspen. Sorry, friend. What is your Discord again? Didn't think you. Oh, no worries.
I played the first one of those games. They're pretty good.
Danganronpa?
Yeah, like, you know, it's kind of a...
It's like a high school... Yeah, right? Sorry.
Well, not kind of yes, kind of no with the high school setting. Like,
Yeah.
It has high school characters, but they're, like, held in, like, some inescapable, like, dorm. Like, they can't get out because supposedly it's like, oh, the whole world's dead outside. Just gotta deal with it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so it's a lot of, like, kind of a mystery solver. And then it kind of was somewhat like Ace Attorney, where you gotta, because murders will happen, because it's all part of like the nefarious plan of this character. Of like, oh well, the only way you can escape is if you can kill one of your classmates and get away with the murder. But since, you know, they're all locked in the same building, that means, of course, one of them has to have been a murderer. And then it's that whole thing. If they can convince others that they didn't do it, so that they would, you know, kind of like Among Us in a sense.
Yeah.
Like,
is it a different killer every time?
No. It is like a fixed narrative story.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's like it kind of plays more like a visual novel, but with like moments where it's like, you know, you choose the dialogue choices and so forth. And then there's little mini games to it.
Oh, okay.
But again, I've only played the first one, and there is, I think, 2 others of the main series, and then a spin-off series that.
Oh, all right.
That kind of changes up the gameplay, but features like 2 characters from it, but it's also still within the timeline and story of the game.
Right. That's cool. Did you ever play, what's the one, Doki Doki Literature Club?
I tried to play that one, like, but it's kind of difficult because, like, unlike Danganronpa, it's far more leans into like visual novel style games, which I have played so little of in the past that I feel like I would not get a number of the tropes or the tricks that it was doing.
Oh, fair enough. Do you know how it ends or no? Because that's the main thing. If you don't know like the outcome of the story and like what it's really about, then I still highly recommend you play it, because it's pretty. If I wish I had not watched a playthrough of it and I had just played it, because it's like that masterful.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of more of one of those senses that I know vaguely what happens, but I lack the full context of what happened.
Oh, okay.
Like, because I get it that, all this, like, your choices don't matter. The game is playing against you.
Yeah, exactly.
And
yeah, it goes further than that too, but yeah.
Yeah. But it's that whole thing of like, since I don't play too many visual novels, I feel like I would not get a lot of the stuff it's doing from like a, you know, kind of a subversion of the tropes.
Yeah.
Cause like,
it's like a real Ryan Johnson video game.
Like,
subvert your
like
expectations.
Undertale.
Yeah. Did the same thing.
Yeah, like, but that one's like, if you know the tropes of RPG video games, then you know kind of like what to expect. But that's when it does the whole like, oh, we just took this thing that you've grown accustomed to and like flipped something on it so that you're like, whoa, what? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like the whole like, oh, you killed someone, but you didn't want to, so you go back into your previous save and don't kill them. But then it's like, oh yeah, no, we totally know you still killed them.
Yeah. I love that idea where it's like the characters actually exist inside the game.
Yeah.
And there's no way around it.
Yeah, and so that's the thing, that knowing that trope, it makes it more clever and interesting on how they executed it. Whereas I feel like with Doki Doki, since I don't play enough of those games, I wouldn't get all the ins and outs on how people like operate with those style of games.
Fair enough.
Because I know there's like a number of them out there, or like visual novels that people really like.
Yeah.
But then again, it's still that matter too of like, you know, there's also a number of them that do the whole horror angle too. Like I know one of the most famous ones is that one Higurashi. I think it's called When They Cry, which they've also made an anime adaptation of that.
Right.
Yeah. But also, I guess the big thing too is that at least with Danganronpa, they had voice acting throughout most of it too, so that kind of helps with me. I'm kind of a slow reader.
Yeah, same. Pilfer, send Joe his link. Send Joe his link. Whose link? Wait, what are we talking about? To YouTube. Never mind.
Oh.
Well, I think he just has a Twitter. I'll send that. Let me see.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm also currently on Twitch.
Yeah,
streaming a comic.
There we go.
If you want to like check out the pages I'm working on.
InfinityJoe Twitter. And then I'll do your Twitch.
Thank you kindly.
Yeah. If you guys want to check out what he's working on, he's really good.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, you're continuing the thing.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome. I don't know you were doing that. That's so cool.
Yeah.
I think the idea is just continue working on something. Hello, one of the lazy mods is here. Upperclassmate is senpai.
And it will be kind of interesting to see how I go about working with this comic, since it was, I think I mentioned to you that when I made the initial one for the contest, it was literally just that story, and that was all I had planned out.
Right.
Like almost kind of like in the same essence, like when there's people pitch a film to a studio and they're like, oh, that's interesting. What's the next one about?
I don't know.
Totally. We had planned for a sequel and so forth.
13 of these. 30 of these, yeah. Right.
Yeah, like, if anything, I just kind of had a vague idea of the direction I want to go with it, but not, like, anything planned out from the...
Why don't you... What I normally do is, like, go driving, right? And then I'll play some music that I like. You have to not have played music prior to this so that you can build up dopamine. That's like an actual thing, like a dopamine detox. And then basically when you go out, you get like really inspired and all these ideas come in your head, and then you think about it as if it's a movie, like the scenes and stuff that you want to see, that you think are like really interesting. And then you're like, oh shoot, like now I know where I want it to go, because I want to see how I can get to these scenes. And then that'll lead your story along. At least it gives it a direction. And then you can work off that.
I kind of do that a little bit, like not so much with the driving, but where I work at.
Right, you have enough like lackless brain power that you could just kind of like imagine it. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Or it's at least like just kind of thinking and conceptualizing ideas, or even like asking questions to myself of like, okay, so I set up these like plot lines, but where do I go from there?
Yeah.
And like a lot of it is just like mental notes, but nothing like concrete.
Right. Just
like,
okay, good.
Like I did at least write down like a kind of like a loose plot line of what would be maybe the first like 5 issues or 4 issues after the first chapter and all that. And at least like a direction to go with it. It would still not be like, you know, a complete beginning to end of the finale story, but it would still be like, oh, I feel like this would be a good, like, fun stopping point and all that.
Right. That's good.
Like, I feel like, if anything, the things I would worry about the most is the whole, like, kind of making sure I got, like, the voices of characters right going forward.
Consistent,
and all that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No spam, please.
It's like, yeah. It's
Oh,
like
nice tornado. Go ahead.
Like,
sorry.
kind of, one of the things I was worrying about is, like, as, this whole matter of, like, I'm having this whole sequence of, like, the characters after the first chapter and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, just kind of picking themselves up, recovering after the events, and then that's when they're, like, hashing stuff out, one of which being the character Rugus turning to the Oathbreaker and being like, hey, when could you start talking? And it's that whole, like, him trying to get information and the Oathbreaker just kind of either being vague or just being kind of smart-assy about it.
Yeah.
Like him being like, since when can you start talking? Well, since I got my tongue back.
Right.
Like,
oh,
okay,
he's yeah. He's like he's kind of like hardened by the nature of his reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
then just like Rugus being like, okay, hold up now, like, and just wondering if that feels like it would sound right, since, like, you know, in the prior one, the Rugus was the old one gun-ho about, like, yeah, let's get together and break out of jail. You, me, dog, all of it. Let's all get out.
Well, it sounds like you want like a. It's a fun dynamic that you see a lot. It would be equivalent to who's the Beast guy in Gurren Lagann, and then Kamina, like them two together.
Oh yeah.
That's what I see it as.
Yeah.
Which is fun. I like those. Yeah, because the most obvious answer to characters and like questions is the best one. And people always are like, oh, you know, but I want it to be original. It's like, okay, first, there's nothing original. Two, by trying to do something that's quote unquote never been done, you're gonna ruin your story because you're not doing what is the path of not necessarily least resistance, but like these things work like for a reason. And I guess there's something nice about actually trying to like maybe change it up, which is good, but don't try and change it up so much that it breaks it, because that's exactly what broke the newest Star Wars. It's like, oh, we gotta do something, you know, she can't be this person's kid and she can't be that person's, you know, like she can't be some Jedi from blah 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 blah. And it's like, well, now you have a story that's worse by like trying to change up that scope.
Yeah, well, I mean, it seemed like it went back and forth, because I remember when Force Awakens came out, everyone was complaining about, oh, it's just a copy of A New Hope.
But that, well, yeah, like, but that was a problem for the movie as a whole, not the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's more like, it's fine to change things up, they just gotta be, like, make sense for it.
Yeah.
Or, again, that whole, you gotta kind of know what you're doing if you're gonna invert a trope.
Yeah.
But it's also, like, not bad if it's gonna be tropey. Like, you know, yeah, we had a billion zombie films for, like, a couple of years, but then it was the whole, okay, but what if we took it at a different angle like this? Like, the number of them that were the comedy zombie films. Or then getting into stuff like, oh, hey, what if we did a romantic comedy, but with zombies?
Ooh, that'll be fun.
Yeah. Well, no, they had that.
What is it? Oh, yeah, that's right. That one's actually pretty good, I think.
Or also just, like, doing other weird stuff with it, like, I think it was a New Zealand film, if I remember correctly, called Fido.
Okay.
And that one was like, okay, zombie apocalypse happened, but it was like in the maybe 1930s or 1950s, like that kind of like Leave It to Beaver era.
Oh, yeah.
And like zombie apocalypse happened, but they got it kind of under control a bit.
Yeah.
So zombies are still a problem, but society had moved to a point of like being like, oh hey, we got zombies now as basically free labor, and now it's like considered a high status thing if you can die and not come back as a zombie. So it's like basically, if you have the money to buy a head casket where when you die they just decapitate you and your body doesn't come back. Meanwhile, others, if they die, they just put a collar on them and put them into servitude.
Oh, interesting.
And so it's this whole story of like this family where like the mom wanted to be the whole like, you know, keeping up with the Joneses. So
Right.
she ends up buying a zombie servant. Meanwhile, the dad doesn't like zombies at all, and he's more planning on, oh, when I got enough money so that when anyone in this family dies, we get a head casket.
Right.
Or whatever. And then there's the son who just the one kind of questioning like the reality of things, and he ends up kind of having a friendship with the zombie servant they have, but it's almost in that weird, awkward way of like he's treating it like it's like, you know, the boy and his dog kind of story.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's my friend. You don't understand, Dad.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
there's a whole scene where the dude's collar does kind of malfunction and he ends up eating this old woman.
Oh no.
But and then it's like, oh, you're gonna get in so much trouble. Here, put this leash around his neck and whatnot. And then when a guy who's like one of the cops of the area is questioning, like, why is there blood all over your zombie? He's like, oh, that's my blood. He's like, what? And he's like, oh, I had a nosebleed. I just wiped it all over.
Oh yeah.
The guy's just staring at the kid like, okay, this kid is weird.
This
as
kid's
hell.
too weird. Language.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Again, it's, you know, it follows a lot of the same tropes in a zombie film, but it's also just this goofy like take on it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's fun. Have you watched any other shows lately? Pilferpup, how you doing, Kawaii? Want to hear a fact about Japan? Please tell me. What's roadblock? Roadblock is when you put Roblox. Roblox. Roblox or roadblock?
Isn't that game? That little $10
Yeah. A lot of people play Roblox. It's like Fortnite, but with more options of things to do. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Is it fun? I don't have a Roblox account yet, Tornado. I plan to start playing it with you guys pretty soon, though, that's for sure. You're like, how dare you?
Anyways, stuff recently that I've been watching, I've kind of fallen behind on things again.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been keeping up with any of the new things. I did recently start watching that one anime. Actually, I think we already talked about it. That one show, Kaiba.
Oh yeah, I need to watch that. I just finished Erased, and I thought that was really good. That was super cute.
Yeah, I heard a lot of things about that.
Yeah.
Although I keep getting that anime conflated with another anime called Another, and it's one of those things like anytime someone talks about a race, I'm like, oh, the one that has all the horrible murders, and I'm like, no.
It's actually not that bad. Yeah.
But yeah, like, part of it is because I've fallen back into the trap where I'm just not setting time aside to watch things.
Like anything, yeah.
Because most of the time it's like now, like, oh, I'll watch maybe something in the morning while I'm eating breakfast.
Right.
Yeah. But I'm at least getting close to finishing up the Kaiba series. Because I think it's only 12 episodes, and I think
Right.
that might be on the...
Right.
Yeah. But I was also, prior to that, checking out this one anime that you can watch all of on YouTube called Irresponsible Captain Taylor.
Oh,
It's
interesting.
actually a pretty solid anime.
Right.
Like, the YouTuber Mother's Basement did a whole video talking about it, because they had, like, some kind of, like, pre-order project for it, or something like that over on Right Stuff. So, you know, you can now watch all of it on YouTube, and if you want to own the set, they're only going to do, like, a limited print run of it.
Yeah.
But it's a genuinely fun and entertaining series, too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if you saw that video or not.
Which one?
The Irresponsible Captain Taylor.
Oh no, I did not.
Yeah. Cause it's an older anime from like the 80s, but it's heavily like leans on comedy, cause it's basically how the completely unlikelihood that this guy who was just a like lazy like layabout dude somehow ended up becoming like the captain of a battleship.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about
like,
that. I think.
Yeah, and it's all like by goofy like happenstantial things. Like he just happened to say the right thing at the right time to someone, and they thought, "Oh, this guy gets it. He's a brilliant dude.
He must be the captain."
Yeah.
Right.
Like, or it's stuff like he happened to walk into a hostage situation because first it was someone was under the assumption of, oh, he must be the negotiator, and goes up and just happens to end up talking things over with he ends up talking with the terrorists who are holding this like family hostage, and just by some dumb happenstance ends up winning them over to his side. And then it's like, oh well, he's a hero, so that's why they end up rewarding him with giving him like the captain's position on a ship.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just like everyone on the ship like either being incredibly irritated with him or suddenly being like, wait, either this guy is a genius or a complete idiot.
Right.
I can't tell which he is.
Right.
Yeah. Justin.
Yeah.
Any chance you would be opposed if another friend joins the stream?
That's fine as long as he knows that it's PG.
Yeah.
Or
They're
she.
pretty good about that.
Yeah. You can invite him to call. Yeah.
Yeah. They were also planning the stream, but apparently whoever they were going to be streaming with bailed on them.
Oh,
so
that's too bad.
Like, us.
Yeah. Tornado. One Piece has so many good intros. Rabbit's not dead. She's a good girl. She good girl. Oh, it's deadly. Yes, Rabbit is muy amor. You can talk in uwu language all you want, friend. That's all on you. That's your life decision that you can live by. I don't judge. I want to go home, but I can't because I am home. Oof. Same. Inside down. You guys are just talking shenanigans, honestly. Big mood. Inside Down sounds like a band name or something. What's up? Who dis? Oof. What's happening? Kawaii. What if you did a gaming live stream? You should, Ian. That would probably be so cool. You just gotta stick with it, to be honest. Is anyone else happy he actually reads comments? I'm trying my best to, because I'm having a conversation with these kids, and then with these guys, and then also reading chat as best I can, and then responding. Alright.
He also has to get it all in edgewise because I tend to talk over him so often.
Well, that's why I write in chat, so I let you... I enjoy your conversations, but you also lead the conversations, which there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that as like a criticism, it's just like... we gotta work out the situation, too.
Yeah.
So it's all good. It's all good.
That's why I got the pizza rolls.
That's why you got the pizza
It'll
rolls.
Keep me quiet for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's the Mountain Dew?
Mountain Dew is the best soda.
It's pretty good. I'm gonna lie. I started drinking soda again, which is a big no-no. So is he joining or what? Is he here?
No,
not
here yet. Like, a little worried that it might be too late. That they're worried that I would probably bail too quickly.
Oh, and it would just be me and him, and super awkward.
Yeah.
Yep. It's true. It probably would be. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Possibly, but also at the same time, I feel like you would get along with this.
I'm sure I get along with everyone, so it's really up to him, honestly.
Yeah.
He would just have to do that thing where it's like there's an uncomfortable silence between the two of us after you leave, and then he'd be like, "Oh, I gotta go." So I'm gonna go for the night. I'll be like, "All right, see ya." I've known artists for a long enough time to know all the socially awkward intricacies that come along with knowing artists for a long time. Yeah. There's nothing changes there. I don't think I was operated T9 do that. What are you guys talking about? How long is tonight's stream? Probably about 3 hours, kitten. I usually go for about 2 to 3 hours. Less sometimes if I feel like there's not enough productive going on.
I thought you tend to go till like 4 a.m.
Well, I do, but off stream. Yeah. Sometimes I'll go for longer if I need to. This is the problem with taking breaks from these things, is like I forgot how I approached a lot of these situations.
Yeah.
Like the techniques I used. Because I used to have these like grassy hills down really well.
Like, was that like one of the longer stints of going without drawing?
Yeah, 2 weeks is a huge amount of time for me for not drawing. That's like outrageous. Yeah, I need to, like, the most I should ever go is maybe 2 days at maximum. And that's like really pushing it for me personally.
Yeah. No, I think 2 days is pretty much the most I've ever gone without drawing, too.
That's good.
That typically tends to be like when I'm on vacation.
Right.
And even then, it's still like, you know, bringing a sketch pad or something. Just
Yeah.
trying to keep myself active.
Right. You gotta keep that momentum going.
Yeah. It's also just like stuff too of like even when I'm at work, I'm still like using my break time to start drawing on something.
Oh, very nice. I don't do that just because I know I'm gonna draw once I get home, but still, that's really good.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah. Well, part of it too is like I never know how much time I'm gonna get to draw when I'm at home, because it's always that thing of like, okay, plan things out. If I do things exactly like this, I should at least have a good chunk of time, and then it's like suddenly get home and it's like, it's 9 o'clock already. How did this happen?
Right.
Yeah.
Ginger East, I think the join is at 4,000 hours watched time on YouTube, as far as I know. I'll have to look into that more. I need to start pushing forward with stuff like that. Every time I say the join button, it's like it's kind of like YouTube's Patreon. And every time I say that, my friends would say, "Me too." Nesta. Saying, "Alexa, where do I live?" Alexa, Texas. Alexa, where are we now? Mars. Uh-oh. Retro. Wait, what? You don't stream all of it? Blasphemy. Oh my gosh. My question is why you call us kittens. Is it our nicknames? Well, yours is Neston, and then there's Kitty, and then there's Kitten, and then there's Kitten. Neston, I call you Neston. You should get pizza, Ginger East. Watch Tom get ran over by a bus. It's safe, I promise. I'm not gonna watch Tom get ran over by a bus. I will watch this thing.
Watch it be, it's just a troll video and it suddenly switches to Brian from Family Guy being
Oh
run
jeez. Poor Brian. Whataburger. Whataburger's really good. It's like a hamburger place that's open 24/7. It's where I go when I stream until 2 a.m. and I'm like, oh shoot, I did not eat today. I forgot to do that.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, time to go to Whataburger.
Yeah, for any of you who don't live in Texas, you are missing out on Whataburger.
A Whataburger, yeah. They make all their burgers out of water patties. That's what they're most famous for.
Now you're just speaking crazy talk.
It's crazy.
You're making blasphemy of Whataburger. If I had a gun right now, I'll shoot you.
Oh jeez, I believe it. Poor Whataburger.
No, that is like the thing. You insult Whataburger in Texas, it doesn't matter how
you're going down.
They become super Texan that moment.
Right.
Like you suddenly grow like a Sam Elliott style mustache, and you like go, son, people have been killed for less offenses than what you just did.
Yeah. Whataburger's it's like its own thing.
Yeah, it's a religion.
Yeah. Right.
One I fully support.
Oh,
I'm not into organized religion, but if it's for Whataburger, I'm A-okay.
You're all in. Fair enough. It's so funny. Yeah, Ginger East said the same thing. My keyboard did a ooh-woo language for me for some reason. Ooh-woo. There's a Christmas Whataburger decorations, like blown up decorations, 6 feet tall. Let me see. Christmas Whataburger decorations. Is there an ugly sweater for... Oh my gosh, yes. All of the yes. What a Christmas! Oh my gosh, yes. This is outrageous. This is so unnecessary. Oh wow. Oh, that's the sweater. I need this. I need a Christmas and it's even like the burnt orange, the Texas burnt orange. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm not at all surprised that it exists.
Oh my gosh, this Whataburger looks so ugly. Can I... Oh, that's not what I want.
Like, that's one of those cases I would be more surprised if it didn't exist.
All the presents. Ew! It's just Whataburger around a tree? That's gross. We're definitely gonna have a Christmas stream, or a Christmas Eve stream. Wow. That is disgusting looking. That burnt orange sweater is gross. I do want an ugly sweater though. These are cool. I need to order one. Oh, here we go. That's kind of good. I like this one a bit. Whataburger. Here, I'll look up a Whataburger. This is Whataburger. It's pretty good. This hamburger, like just the classic one, is actually really, really nice. But the one that I always get is this bad boy right here. It's like the sweet and sour bacon burger. Oof, 1,000 out of 10. I've not tried this one, the Chipotle guy. Apparently this episode's brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends and Whataburger. Whataburger. Ew, this one looks gross. It's a poopy burger. Oh,
What, with the patty melt?
No, I mean, the patty melt looks pretty good. Is that a chili cheese one? I've never seen them do chili cheese. I'd lose my mind if they did. I'd just go there every single night. What is this?
I know they got like a hatch photo recently or something like that.
There's like a Chipotle one. Ah!
Yeah.
4 hours. I've been to Texas only for 4 hours, and then we went to another state. Oh, road trip. Very nice, Neston.
Man, that must have been like one of the shorter ends of Texas if you were there for just 4 hours.
Yeah.
Because I could drive
So
like 7 hours.
when I moved to Texas, I was in the middle of California, or like Southern California as it's called, but it's still like kind of north towards the middle, Los Angeles. And so driving to Austin, which is halfway through Texas, it took 2/3 of the time in Texas as compared to driving from California to Arizona to New Mexico to Texas was shorter than driving through half of Texas. That's so crazy.
Yeah. I remember there was a post on like Tumblr years back that was talking about like if you're in Europe and you take a like 6-hour trip, you can maybe cross over 3 countries.
Right.
If you're in America and you take a 6-hour trip, you can maybe cross over like 3 or 4 states.
Is this where
You take a 6-hour trip in Texas, you're still in Texas.
Right. So I don't think this map is necessarily like correctly proportioned or something, but driving from here, like what is essentially right here in California, all the way down through this right here to Texas right here, took probably like 10 hours. Driving from here to the middle of Texas took about 18 hours. And I did that all in one sitting. I just drove the whole way. And it was terrible. But yeah, it was crazy. Oof.
There we go.
Yeah, I put it back on, sorry.
Alright.
I didn't realize it turned off. What a Merry Christmas. Ugly, yeah. I want to play Brawl Stars with you. Oh yeah, we need to play Brawl Stars together, everyone. Maybe we could do that after stream today if y'all are interested. It's ugly sweaters. Because they ugly. By the way, Pilf, let me know if you want to do anything Christmas time, as I'll be by myself with Ruby, aka the Demon Beast. Yeah, I'm down. I'll definitely come over and hang out with you guys. I haven't been to Whataburger in so long. We'll have to find a console game or something, or watch some anime. Brawl Stars. You can never escape Texas. It's a part of you. It's soul binding. It's true. Pilf, you should come down to Corpus. So swim with the jellyfish. Do you live in Corpus Christi? Soak? It's not ugly. It depends on your definition of ugly, fam. Jack in the Box is pretty good. What is Jackbox, like the game? Is that what you're talking about? I need this to be a little bit prettier blue, like this. Among Us to avenge being a lazy mod. Do a Among Us stream. That'll be on a different day. Yeah, I think Discord has a trouble with me tabbing out of the thing, so it just stops my live stream thing. I will kill Pilf. No, don't do that. Among Us is really fun. We'll definitely have to do that over the holidays to avenge being a lazy mod. Corpus isn't the best nor the worst. Well, you have to understand, so I grew up in California where all our beaches are perfection pristine. But what was crazy is, let me see if I can put the image on here. When I visited California, the beaches were like way prettier than, you know, having grown up there. And all the years of living in California. What'd you say?
I was just mentioning the ones in Texas are not particularly good looking.
Oh, right. That one, and then we'll do... Where's all my California pictures? You took no pictures, Justin. Ooh, there they are. Alright, I found a bunch. I'm gonna put them all up and then we can check them out together. Some of this stuff's like actually really beautiful. There we go. Alright, cool. Now let me put them on here. Basically, water features aren't Texas strong suits. Right, that's a California thing, that's for sure. Alright, so we got this one. This is of my... Oops. This is of my mom and my dad. Right here. They're walking away. I should have taken like actual pictures of them. And then here's the beach we were at. This is Crystal Cove. Look at how friggin' beautiful this is. This is awesome. It's so pristine. Like, the water's never been this clear and beautiful in all my life having lived there, as now that everybody has to be shut in, like, for some reason the beach is cleaned up. Yeah. And it's just, it's so crazy. It's so awesome and beautiful. Yeah, California's... Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, funny how things look better once human beings are not around at all.
I know. It's like we were the plague. This is really pretty too. Like, California, I mean, these are all beach houses, right? Of course they're gonna look like super amazing, but California is really pretty. Being at the beach was really awesome. My dad would walk in my gorgeous dog. I love this dog. All I did was hang out with this girl. She was so cool. I love my dad. Coughs. Wait, what? I've been in one natural disaster we are all having. It's Rona, yeah. Lake Travis is deadly. Why is Lake Travis deadly, Ginger? Texas beaches are bad. When is art review? Art review is soon, friend, in about 20 minutes. Basically, water features aren't... Yeah, cool. The beach is infested with jellyfish, and it's always polluted, so you can't even get in. People do, but I don't know how they can do it. That's what oh yeah, parents' face reveal. At 1,000 subscribers, I'll do a parents' face reveal. My doggo, her face is all in shadow. She's an evil lass. Huh?
Nah, it was just how you were saying, like, reveal your parents' face and all that.
Yeah.
It just tangentially got me remembering a friend of mine who does, like, an anime review channel on YouTube. He recently did a video where it's his dad reacting to, like, all the anime intros to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, like, you can see his dad confusion of, like, I do not know what is going on here,
Right.
but my son seems to like this, so
Right.
he's trying to be a good sport about it.
Right. That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah. Cause it was just kind of funny of, like, the son, like, kind of explaining little bits of it, and his dad, like, he has a very thick, like, Spanish accent, and so he's just like, so they are, like, superheroes here. And he's like, yeah. He's like, and they're for justice. I like that. I like that they're for justice.
Only 10 people, friend. It's a smaller stream today, Rona. Usually Tuesdays are. I haven't went to the beach to the museums if I miss going to the beach. Yeah, the beach is pretty cool if you can swim. Huntington Beach is really good. Yeah, that's right next to Crystal Cove. Well, not really. It's like miles north of it. Crystal Cove is further south. Huntington Beach is where we go to have bonfires back in the day. I have pictures of that I should show you guys too. I send you pictures of the beach. Alright, cool. Only 10 people. It's so beautiful. Yeah, oof. I love my doggo, Kiara. She beautiful. She's like, yeah. That poor dog was trying to run after every animal though, because she's just a little puppy. What is this? Is this Texas's beach? Is this in California? Actually, this... No, that's not in California, is it? Where is this at? Soak. This almost looks like the one that we used to go lobster netting at. Ugh. Well, that's not a good quality picture, but... Can I hug your dog? Yeah, you can hug my dog.
Have to catch the dog first.
Yeah, you gotta catch her first, exactly. I've been to Coronado and San Diego. I don't know what to say, how to say it. I don't know. Well, that's the bridge. What? Oh, of Corpus Christi Bridge. The name, the blame game, the name bame. Lexington. Oh, the boat. Oh, this is cool. I'd be down to check this out. Look at that beautiful sky. The water looks like green and green. Let me see Corpus Christi. I'm gonna look it up. Beach. Is this the one you're talking about? This actually looks pretty nice, not gonna lie. I wouldn't mind going here. Ew. Let me do this. It's all like foggy there. It does look a bit dreary. This one looks a lot better. Or if this is Corpus Christi, then that's actually not too bad. But I do hear there's a lot of jellyfish there. I like these dunes. That's pretty fun. Where? Oh, Eleuthera. So I went here in the Bahamas on a cruise. This was really cool. This like road that's between the Atlantic and the Pacific, and the two oceans. They can't combine. It's like a thing. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, we went dune buggying, and then we went swimming in this beautiful water here. Look at these rocks. All the wind pressure and like chips away at the rocks, so it has these like really crazy designs and stuff. Like all this like crazy wind swept like lines. It's really cool. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Oof. Well, yeah, Rona, but he doesn't admit it. Wait, what? Shameless promotion time. If you're new and enjoying the stream, want to hang out with fellow watchers and talk with Pilf, Pilf has a Discord right here. Remember to like and subscribe. Thanks for that. I'm actually going to remove that comment because the Discord invites are a little bit more like specific. Usually when people ask for it, I'll send them like one invite, because if it stays up then I get raided and I don't want that to happen again. Remember to like and subscribe. I sent you to the US to the USS Lexington. Belly rub his pups persona, right? Yeah, it's my Sona. Beautiful, very beautiful. Well, yeah, Rona, but he doesn't admit it. If I ever make it to Volleyball World Cup, I will literally cry. Ooh, Aspen, that would be awesome. You just gotta practice more, friend. He says this one while it's hidden behind his art. Oh, yeah. But yikes, there are sharks too. Oof. Yeah. Sharks don't... Just punch a shark. Sharks don't necessarily bother people unless there's blood around, because they're looking for food. Our stream was good and cool until I appear. Oh, Zombie, you're always great, friend. So, do you want to be a beta tester for Pup Game, Belly Rub? The Belly Rub Adventures? I want to be a beta tester for the Belly Rub Adventures, friend. That sounds like a pretty cool game. And that's just a fact.
I remember years back, my brother and I had this whole like dumb concept of like the whole thing of like sharks are not naturally evil except for this one shark, and it would be like a shark that has like a snidely whiplash.
It needs like the twirly mustache. Yeah, it needs like the twirly.
Like, yeah.
He's like, I'm an evil boy. Yeah, see. That's fun.
Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna go on the beach and eat up all the people. Yeah.
Yeah, see? Yeah, that's fun. Pixel 2D or 3D, the defense attorney. Wait, what? Oh yeah, it's gotta be Pixel 2D.
How are you gonna compete with something like the AVGN video game?
Oh, the AVGN game's pretty awesome. Not gonna lie. I like all the references. That show was a big part of my life, because anytime I got really depressed or like in a really bad place, I would just watch like just all of it as much as I could, and I'd always feel like relaxed for some reason. I think it's just because he's like a genuinely good person or like kind person, so it has like that relaxing vibe to it. That's the thing that I always attributed it to. Whether or not that's true, I don't know. I can't imagine he's like that bad of a guy, but maybe. I don't know. You never know until you know, or you don't.
Yeah.
I might be biased because of my profile image, but sharks are good. Sharks are pretty cool. Sharks are cool cats. They make really good defense attorneys. Shark-chan, the greatest defense attorney of all.
Isn't that YouTuber everyone loves?
Is there a YouTuber named Shark-chan? Let me see.
Well, I don't know. Like, I just like with Miku, like that one like dog character that everyone decided to like latch on to with the whole like, you know, playing Banjo-Kazooie. And I've seen like another one that's like a girl in like a little shark hoodie.
Well, there's this Shark-chan. This is pretty cute, I think. I don't know what it's from. I put it on the stream. And then there's... I know what you're talking about. The one in the hoodie is actually like a really cool design, I think. Oh my.
Yeah.
I like this one. I'm gonna cry my gills out. This is pretty cute. Shark-chan.
Oh, is it the image sets where they put the anime eyes and the blush marks all over?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Senpai, why are you in a cage? So fun. It's a VTuber? What's a VTuber? A vlog YouTuber? A video tuber?
The current trend where people are using that program Live 2D to have an animated avatar that's mapped to their like facial expressions and just using that to play video games. Like they've been kind of popping up in popularity as of late, but also, you know, now they've reached the level of popularity that there's another backlash coming out. Like, I think the big thing is how some of people are finding out, like, hey, all of you are simping for this anime girl. Turns out it's a dude with a voice modulator.
Of course. It always is. There's a really funny promotion for Final Fantasy XIV where it's like, you know how there's like Log Horizon and what's the other one, the really popular one, Sword Art Online, where it's like, oh, you can live in this world and, you know, get married and all this stuff. And you could do that in Final Fantasy too. You can actually get like real life married in that game. But it's like a legit promo with like anime and everything. And it's like really high budget, and it's like this guy, and he meets this like cute cat girl because there's cat girls in the game, and they're like, oh, we're in love, and it shows like their adventures, how they met, and all this stuff, and then they get married, and then it's like, oh, I can't wait to meet you, and it shows them meet, and it's just like a big dude, and like the other guy's a guy too, and he's just like, huh, and then it ends, and it's like, play Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
it's so good. I love that they just like went through with that like whole joke. Yeah.
Nah, there was I forget which anime it was from, but they did something similar. But the thing that was just cracking me up, because similarly they're showing like fantasy world boy confessing his love to this like cute cat girl character, and then the cat girl's like, sorry to bust your bubble, dude, but I'm actually a guy too, and the guy like pretty much breaks the entire illusion. He's like, I just like playing as a cute cat girl. I'm actually a like 40-year-old salary man.
Yeah.
Type. And then it cuts back to the real world of the dude playing the male character, and he's just mashing his keyboard and he's freaking out. But then you actually see the game he's playing, and it just looks like one of those like old like isometric.
Oh.
Like,
it's like
it's
a
not even...
incorrect interpretation of what the game actually looks like being played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if anything, it looks like Gaia Online.
Yeah.
Almost.
It's all cheap.
So it's that whole thing. It's like you fell in love with someone's cartoon avatar that doesn't even look that good on your screen.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not even that attractive.
But it was just like how the guy was envisioning the world and whatnot, and that's what he fell in love with, and that person just breaks his delusion. And also like when he's slamming on the keyboard and it's showing the character screen, you just see his character just like walking in place and like doing all these like emotes that
Oh,
are
yeah.
just like out of sync with what he's
With
because he's
what
just
he's
yelling
actually
and
doing.
slamming, and the character just looks like it's walking in circles and squatting and sitting.
Yeah.
And all this other stuff.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Faust is the cat. I think. Never mind. Different male catfish cat. I don't know what we're talking about anymore. Do you know when Wupio? Huh? Oh, Ian. Ian. I'll let you know when I play Brawl Stars. Maybe tonight, if that's what you guys want to do. We can play some a little bit later. I still need to do an Undertale playthrough, IMO.
Just watch as everyone spoils it for you.
I know. That's what happened last time. I just have to accept that that's the way it's gonna be there. Do it for them. You do it for the kids.
Yeah. That, or it's just a matter that people will get upset if you don't do it the way they want you
Yeah.
Like, I know I had a couple of friends who used to have a like gaming Twitch channel as part of this website Double Toasted, and I think like within the fandom of the community for them, there was a lot of umbrage when one of them played like the one of them was playing the Telltale Batman game.
Oh, okay.
And I guess he apparently made a decision that in the entire collective fandom of the website was saying that was the wrong choice.
Oh, jeez.
Or something. And he was like, I don't care, I made the decision. And I guess it was, I haven't played that Telltale game, so I don't know. Like, I'm guessing it's like, does Batman kill someone or something, or you got the option to? I don't know for sure. Like, I imagine that has to be something to it, otherwise people would not be this freaked out about it.
Peeved
like,
about
how
it.
dare you?
Right. Not my Batman. Roasted. You're good, Tornado. Does the dog look like Winnie the Pooh, or is it just my eyes? He kind of does look like Winnie the Pooh. He also apparently also looks like Clifford the Big Red Dog, so there's no winning, fam. You make what you make, and you gotta accept it. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah. God, how you were just mentioning Clifford now, that reminds me how there's apparently plans to make a live-action Clifford dog film.
Oh, jeez. I mean, it could be fine. It seems like these Hollywood execs are learning what people actually enjoy. So we'll see what happens.
Like, the thing was, I remember seeing like set photos of it, and it's one of those things. It is wild to see because I guess it's that whole thing. It's hold on, like, yeah, here we go. Like, Like I just dropped this in the chat of them, what they have to use to sit, because it's live action with the CG dog, of course. And
right.
Yeah, but it's just wild seeing them using the prop or whatever that's supposed to be the placeholder for where a clip is supposed to be.
Right, let me see. Oops. Say dropped in chat. Oh, jeez. It's scary, kind of.
Yeah. Like it's a
I mean,
weird,
it makes
like...
sense, because then you know where to look, and then you can put your hand next to it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, what are the holes for? And I was like, oh, so it could be lighter and also so they can see.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I still don't understand how they, like... I guess with CG, you're just placing the image on top of things, and then maybe you cut away at it. I feel like you'd have to do that frame by frame, though. I don't know. Think Art, how you doing, friend?
Well, I think it's probably like that's supposed to be at least a placeholder, and then...
Well, you put the stuff on
I mean,
top of it,
like,
yeah.
Well, because, like, you know, those dudes in the photo, they don't have their legs covered in the red stuff.
Right.
And typically there would be, like, tracking material on it. So it's not like it's motion capture. I think
Well,
it's
yeah.
just supposed
They
to
don't
be
have the
like
dog legs to have, like, the correct
Yeah.
anatomy of that.
Yeah. Like, it's that... I guess it's the same, like, mindset of whenever, like, someone's acting with a completely CG thing, and they just have to put, like, a tennis ball in front of the actor so that they know where to look at.
Right, right. Or they hold the tennis ball on a stick.
Yeah.
Right.
Or... trying to see if I can find it, because sometimes back when they were doing the Avengers Endgame, or was it Infinity War, it seemed like the set photos on how they were shooting a scene and all that.
Mm-hmm.
There was just something hysterical of seeing Josh Brolin, where he's supposed to be as Thanos, and then, like, attached to his shoulders is, like, a cardboard cutout of Thanos, like, above him.
Oh.
I guess to represent where his eye's supposed to be and all that. And
Right.
there's something about it that just looks so funny, because it's like, oh no, he's summoning a stand.
His Thanos stand.
Yeah.
I still need to watch JoJo.
Dang it, yeah, I can't find it. But it's still, like, one of those things, like, sometimes I just think about that and just laugh.
Right.
Especially because it was also, like, when I saw it, it was from, like, an actual, like, video footage, like, one of those behind-the-scenes things.
Right.
So, it's just funny hearing Josh Brolin giving his, like, Thanos speech in all seriousness with this, like, cardboard cutout, like, just hovering above him.
Sometimes that's just how it be.
Yep. I keep falling into the same trap with myself of zooming in too much to try to do details on something.
Oh yeah. That's like a last thing that you should do.
But it's also just kind of like the panel I'm working on in the comic, it's a bird's eye view of something, and so it's that whole thing of like, well, how much detail do I need to put in, and how much or how thin should I make the lines be so that it looks like
it's further
away and all that stuff.
Yeah, a lot of it
Yeah,
has to
and
do
then
with just your implementation of perspective,
Yeah.
using things that are like closer somehow.
Yeah.
No, I fixed it. 10 seconds left. Music time. Alright, Caleb, what song are we playing today? You made my beast for Pilferpup. Alright, we can do critique time now, friends. I think this is looking really good.
Ooh, found it.
Do it. Do it.
I mean, it's not the exact photo, but it's a photo of Josh Brolin with cardboard Thanos above him.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little hard to see in the lighting of this one, though.
Yeah. Another update. Ooh, Samuel Bean. This looks cool.
Actually, here's a better one.
Alright, let me see.
Now, this is just them casually hanging out on the set while, like, I guess in between shots. But it's still funny seeing this cardboard cutout above him.
Right. I'll show it in just a second. This is super cute, Rona. I love this. You're getting a lot better, T. It's funny because you don't realize it, but you're adding more detail and you're refining your work, like, little by little. And I think that's really cool. It's got a square nose. The eyes are really good and the ears are really nice, too. And square ears. You can get rid of this. You can keep that there. And then he has 3 little tufts. And then he's got this little... Gotta have that worrisome look on his face. But otherwise, this is awesome. I love this. This looks so cute. 10 out of 10. It's really nice. And this is what InfinityJoe was talking about. Because Thanos is such a tall boy, you gotta look at this cardboard cutout of him. I like he's just hanging out with Gamora.
Yeah.
Look at all those triangles on him. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's probably how they set up, like, the, I don't know, something. That pattern's not by accident, I don't think.
Yeah, no, I think that's for, like, mapping certain things.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. You use triangles.
Like, where all the various, like, nodes are that are supposed to at least keep track of, like, foot movement and hand positions and all that other stuff.
Right. I like this scene with the blue screen behind him in the ship. And there's all the junk everywhere. The fire. It's just... Yeah. You can tell that there's, like... He's holding Thor's head, but you can tell that there's, like, no tension on it. And Thor's just, like... Just looking at. Love the drawing. Oh, thank you, Thinkheart. This is really fun. It's always crazy when you... For some reason, when you watch the making of movies, you get, like, a lot more into it.
Like, I remember hearing a story some years back about how supposedly, when they were originally shooting the Star Wars films, like the original trilogy, and, the actor playing Darth Vader in the suit, apparently all that stuff just hurt his feet so much that
I didn't know that.
Anytime he was in a scene where it did not require to see his feet, apparently he was just wearing, like, these big fuzzy slippers.
Oh, for comfort.
Yeah. Well, it's also kind of like, there was some set photos released for The Boys, and the guy who plays Homelander, apparently, since he has to be taller than everyone else, they ostensibly made his suit have, like, platform heels in it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
He just looks like a diva.
Yeah. Like,
That's
you've
funny.
seen that photo, right?
No, but I can kind of get the idea of, like, what it would look like.
Yeah.
Sug, this is awesome. I just added some details to the silhouette, and then I think the ears were supposed to be straight up, which is fine, but I made them tilted a little bit, and then I made those ears wrap a lot easier. I think that looks a little bit nicer. Pull them in a little bit too, because if they're gonna be so tall, then they have to be a lot more inside for the silhouette of it all. And then these ears, you could actually just go like this. Make these go in a little bit more. Oops. And then make these come out here. Probably make this smaller and then make those cheeks much bigger. Because you want like, obviously like the small, medium, large, but you also want the silhouette to not be static. You don't want like consistently the same shape or size of triangles. So I'm trying to make her cheeks, or his cheeks, the widest part because the face is the most important. And then the earlobes can be smaller triangles, and then the ears can be the largest going straight up. So this is my...
Hey, Evan.
Welcome, Evan. Pull this in.
Yeah.
If it's a female, or if you want that androgynous look, you can pull those hips in super tight. Because it is a dog, and dogs have like really thin waist. And then you can go like this if you want for some fur. And then...
Oh, by the way, I just dropped in the chat the set photos for the boys.
Okay, thank you. There we go. So,
What do I... Evan's asking what do I want for Christmas, or Xmas, really.
Christmasu! That's up to you, man. You want the boys. Season 8 of The Boys.
No. I want the milkshake. That way I can get all the boys in the yard.
Jeez. I curved the snout a little bit, and to make it sleeker, so it's more of like a devious, and then I gave it that corner to the forehead, right between the eyes, or right above it, where that brow is. And then I pulled in the muzzle almost, or like the nose, the bridge of the nose, so that it has that like nice loop that goes around. I think Ink Tail Sans Phase 3 Shanghai Vania. Wait, what are we talking about? Love the drawing. Oof, that's nice. But yeah, this is Soak's art. Soak's really good. My music, no. Here's another one from Rona. Rona, this one's really good too. This one I feel like makes a lot of sense. I think it would be really good if you drew in black and white more often, Rona, and less with colors, so you can understand how to separate those values, which is darks and lights. And then just add one color like this green, and that's really fun. This one's really cute though. I like it a lot. Hayes is just such a master artist. The heck? Oh, copy image. Here we go. This is Hayes.
Oh, nice, Evan. Have you posted it yet? Evan said he's finished his Digimon JoJo animation.
Oh, nice. You gotta post it up, bud.
Yeah.
You can check it out. This is awesome, Hayes. I love your characters. I think your anatomy here is really good. I think you should have kept this, honestly, when you were doing your models. I think this shape here is the best one you've done for those hips, because you pulled them in a bit, so it's not just static. It kind of goes like this. You want to have like almost feminine looking hips on these characters, because that makes them look cuter. It's all proportions, friends. And then give them kind of more of like a leg crotch area, so that way you can see the anatomy. What?
My mistake. Evan hasn't finished it. He is is finishing.
Oh, he's in the process of finishing. Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah. Right on.
This one's cute too, Hayes. I like this. Yeah, Hayes is really good. I wish he would post his stuff. He actually has a YouTube channel. I think it's Lost or something. Hayes5. Vanheim still often opt into the stream. Doing collabs now. Kind of expose. I invite people to chat in Discord while I stream. Vanaheim doesn't really show up too much, but yeah.
That or I just like barge my way in, like,
Yeah.
hey Justin, you nerd, let me.
I'm taking over now. No! You're done in this town. Yeah.
And if it's not that, then we're just gonna argue over like dumb things with movies.
Like whether or not Hinata is best waifu. I remember that one time in class when we disrupted the entirety of the class by discussing whether or not Hinata should be in the new Star Trek series from Naruto, and they should just hide her in there. And we kept going on, and people were like really angry because they really wanted Naruto to get with Sakura, but we kept talking about how Hinata just belonged in Star Trek way more. But if they were going to do anything, then it probably should have just been Kakashi because he fits in Star Trek the most. Let's be real here. You're like, what? I'm making all of this up. This doesn't actually exist. They're so gullible. Oh, this is the comic. They're so gullible.
Oh god. Have you seen that cover to that Naruto like movie collection that they put out?
No.
It is one of those things like some weird decisions were made.
Oh, send it. I want to see it. This is really cute. Kitten Fox. I love this. A creative fight. Inktail Sands Phase 3. Shanghai Vania. You got it.
Yeah, because the thing was, they got an American artist to work on it.
Oh,
and
this feels bad.
It's one of those things, like, okay, but why? And then on top of that, then I discovered, like, this is something familiar. Oh god, it's this guy. And it's like, an artist I am not a particular fan of.
Right.
So then it's like, it's one of those things, because it was supposed to be for a 3-movie set, and it just makes me wonder, like, okay, whose decision was this? Because the artist is a guy named Will Spistaccio, who I am not a particular fan of. Like, this one is one of his better drawings, but I've seen some of his comic work, and it's just one of those things like, ugh.
Oh, it's not for you.
Yeah, well, part of it is because it carries over, like, a lot of, like, 90s aesthetics, but during his comics, it would be, like, a lot of it was, like, people, like, facial expressions were very weird. Children, for whatever reason, were drawn to look like old people.
Like short adults.
Yeah, short adults, that's it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Well, then it was like...
This one's really nice too.
There was a scene of someone running, and it's just one of those things, like, how their body was posed was like, that does not look like a natural running position.
Oh my gosh, I'm looking at the art. It looks weird.
Yeah. And again, it's just one of those things like, whose decision was this? Like, people who love Naruto would probably be like, this is not a Naruto cover.
This is just Naruto fan art.
Yeah.
It is neat to see, like, this Marvel style of, like, comic work. And maybe it's because he does, like a lot of superhero stuff. Because these look like DC characters, like the Justice League almost. Or the Teen Titans. But, like, it is really weird. Yeah, it's mostly, like, their heads look bad. The rest doesn't look necessarily bad. If we were to... Let's try that. Let's cover up their face with a mask.
Also, the problem of, like, it's the whole there are elements to it where it feels like it's trying to emulate some of the anime's style to it, but just not conveying it in a way that makes sense.
Right. I'm giving them Anbu masks, so that way we can see if it is just the head. And it's gotta have like the little red marks too here.
Could you share the screen capture? I can't see it on my end.
Yeah, no worries. Just a second. Looks like a hockey mask, but whatever. It's got to have the ears, that's why. The Anbu ears. It's a little of each. Is that Sakura? That's weird. There you go, now you should be able to see it. It is mostly the faces on those front two characters, because the rest looks fine. It just looks too Marvel-y, which is like my least favorite art style is comic book art style. But yeah, the bodies look fine once you get rid of the faces, because I think that's the problem, is he doesn't know how to draw. Yeah, with a bit of Marvel. I like the style. Yeah, Think Art likes it. That's good. There's nothing wrong with you enjoying it, Think Art. I was just saying my own personal taste. But yeah, the art makes sense for like what it's trying to do. I just don't think it works with Naruto. I mean, I guess you could... The whole crossover thing's like kind of fine.
Yeah.
But yeah. Interesting.
Like, that's the thing, like, if this was just another, like, cover to, like, an Image comic, I'd be like, okay, it's just that. But then it just looks weird when you try to implement it as, like, well, this is from another popular series.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll invite you right now, Think Art. There you go.
No, Evan, I did not see a pixel art. Was this something posted today?
What pixel art?
That's what I'm about to find out.
I'm a beast. You're welcome, Think TV. It's a pleasure to have you. Just gotta keep it PG, friends.
Yes, Pig Galaxy.
Oh, Pig Galaxy. Oh, that's right. We need to make Pig Galaxy a reality. The Pig Galaxy reality. Thanks. Oops. Disco. The share screens keeps breaking every time I do anything. Oh well. This is so cool. Is this a cosplay axe or something? From Samuel Bean with his super hairy arms. You can't hide those hairs from me. I'm just kidding, they're not that hairy. Oh, that's it. That's all of the art to critique today. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 easy day. I know. It takes like an hour and a half to critique art now because there's so many people. Not today, though. Don't make fun of my arms. Danny, heart. Danny, your arms aren't that hairy. I was just teasing, friend. It's because you have an arm in the picture at all. What is the axe for, Danny? I want to know. Can you show me? I want to know if these strangers like me. Wait. How will we make fun of your arms? He was talking about me. Gotcha. What's Ambeast? I think we did that right here. This guy, this boy. Yes, we looked at this one too. Oh, it's Uwu from Bendy and Ink Machine. Oh yeah. Oh, you put it in the actual fridge to Think Art TV. There's a channel called The Actual Fridge, and you can post your art in there. You should be a member now. Let me make sure. I have to go here and do roles. Or no, I gotta do members. Gotta make sure everybody's a schmember. Oh, there you are. I found you. There you go. Now you should be able to post in there, friend. I just had to make you a member. Way back. Yay, back to Winnie the Pooh and Pooh Dog and Bunny. Pooh Dog and Bunny. I like that. It's catchy. Oh, let me see what Joe's doing over here.
I can like send you over at least the.
Well, I'm watching
Yeah.
you do it, so I could literally just have this like over here. There we go. This is what
You
Joe's
do the
working
whole,
on.
like,
Yeah.
jerry rig that you did before.
Well, no, I was just making it bigger so I can actually see it. He's working on this. Oh, I forgot that his arm's missing. That's right.
Yeah.
I like this panel above. It's interesting, like after the amount that you've been working, the difference in your skill level, especially after having taken a break. Because I feel like there's some weird thing with when you draw a ton, like excessive amount, and you get tons of practice, and then you stop. When you come back, I feel like that information solidifies. Because I know now that I'm coming back to the book, a lot of the stuff that I learned along the way that I struggled with is just like secondhand nature now. And I'm like, well, why couldn't I do that while I was working on it? And I was like consistent.
Yeah.
It's almost like your brain needs time to like finish connecting the synapses or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, this looks really good. I especially like the like thick black stripes on him look really nice for like values and stuff. This overhead one is kind of funny. Ah!
Yeah, like, if you want to see the full page...
Oh, there we go.
Well, let me get to a point where it's not fully...
I mean, it's fine. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Like, the only thing that really drives me crazy is just the issue with, like, since I'm working with screen tones, that it looks very odd whenever I zoom in or zoom out.
Right.
Because it like just gets into a weird like pattern section instead of like actually being like a value.
Oh, I see. It doesn't look like a gray.
Yeah.
Oh, he drew soak. That's fun.
Yeah, because it's that whole thing like whenever it's in print, it looks fine because your mind just kind of fills in the spaces as just being
that
a
color.
solid color then.
Right.
Yeah. But then working on the computer, it just breaks it all down into like little individual chunks into the pixels and all that.
Right.
And then it just like really messes with me. Like like I can't print this. There's this weird grid on him suddenly. Yeah.
Rona, this looks really good. I like the colors for Soak's character. And then Think TV, this is great. I love your color choices here. The different greens and then the brown looks really nice with it. And you even have these little buttons in white. This is cool. It's all cut out. It looks like you cut it out of paper. That's really cool. I like it. Very nice.
Although, let me show you one of the previous pages I worked on. And like, at least, because this is where I'm also like getting very experimental with like page layouts and all that.
Right.
Where does that border have that blue purple area? I don't know why.
Gabby Manduhano, welcome friend. It's good to have you here. Thanks for the likes, guys. I appreciate it.
There we go. Yeah, I just sent you like one of the previous pages that I was working on. And like I was saying, just kind of experimenting with like panel layouts.
Oh, nice, nice. Let me see.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's good to try out something new.
Yeah.
Nice. Goes right down the middle. I almost would have kept it going to the left just to keep that like momentum moving the same direction, but I don't know enough about comics to say one way or another. His mask. The man in the mask.
Yeah, like it's kind of like, well, since this is in the manga style format and all that, but it's also like trying to figure out like how it views with like, you know, because I started with this larger shot and then it pulls in and it's much more focused on him, and then it's pulled in even more and it's suddenly just focused on his mask. And part of that is like I was kind of going for like, you know, that it's almost like that impending doom feeling, and then right below it with that whole thing of him breaking out of the border and looking like he is just miles above the people below him and all that.
Right.
Yeah.
I see, I see. Give me your tail. No! Okay. No! Everyone, he's got a tail! He's got the tail! Oh no. Throws a player off. Same. It's for Fall Guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty fun. I liked it.
Yeah.
So if you like it's like its own version
Most
of like
extreme challenge.
Oh yeah, but I was gonna say it's kind of equivalent to playing like Mario Kart or Mario Party. It's just like random silly fun, which I like.
Oh yeah.
Where's my characters? Give me my characters. There it is.
By the way, Evan, was the pixel thing you did the persona-looking one?
Alright, he's been doing a lot of pixel art lately.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks really good.
It's very nice. Hello. Wait, what? Oh, I have a comic, but I lost it in the deep world by storage. No! You gotta get your comic back, friend. No one read it. I say oof too much. We all do, Alejandro. We all do, friend. Living that oof life. Ooh. I think that started with like not Minecraft, the Skyrim meme of using that sound from when I guess you like hit one of the kids and they go ooh. They go like ooh or something. And then I know in Minecraft, when your character gets hit, they go like ooh.
There's sometimes that my brother and I will just do random sound effects from old shows we used to watch.
Okay.
Which was like this dumb sound effect they used to use a lot from like you remember the show X-Play, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, X-Play with Morgan Webb.
Like video game.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Adam Sessler.
Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb, that's right.
Yeah.
Oof World.
And then whoever was the other dude that obviously didn't leave as much of a lasting impact.
Oh, I don't remember.
Exactly. Didn't leave an impact. But there was always like this dumb sound effect that they would use whenever it was like they would edit over the sound footage or whatever, where it's like, I don't know what game they were talking about, but it was a Japanese RPG, and they were just making fun of how ridiculously dressed everyone was.
Oh yeah, always. It's like a real problem.
And it was something of like an emperor being like, townspeople, we are now issuing a new law. Everyone must wear pants now, and like gasp over the entire group, and then just out of random, there's like just some dude go like, oh.
And so you would always make that sound, oh.
Yeah.
Right. It's funny because it's so true. Like in JRPGs, all the characters are way over. Like, this is my Sonic OC, you know, Blaze X, Rapid Fire, the fourth, you know, who has a one-hit kill blade, like, obvious, like, fanfic characters almost. And it drives me up a wall because, like, the new Final Fantasy VII remake came out, and I'm like, oh, you know, it's cool to see, like, how the classic used to look, you know, with just redesigned and, like, better graphics. And then they introduce these characters that are, like, obviously very brand new because they look way over-designed, like, excessively. And it made me so angry because it's like, here's this game where you got rid of you trimmed off all the unnecessary, like, over-designed characters, and you have just the good old, you know, like, when you see Avengers, you have these nice silhouettes of just, like, 3 color palettes, you know, with, like, just these, like, Thor has, like, the big circles, and then he's got, like, the cape, and you're like, cool, and he's got the square hammer. That's all you need. With Superman, I know he's not an Avenger, but he's got, like, he's kind of got, like, red, white, and blue, right? Like, Superman is pretty, or it's red and blue. It's red, yellow, blue?
It's predominantly red and blue.
Yeah, there we go.
With yellow, yeah.
Yeah, but, like, this is what Superman looks like. He's, like, very simple, but very, oh, here we go, this is perfect. Very simple, very it's a skin. It's a gun skin. Simple character design. Let me see. Final Fantasy VI remake.
Like, are you talking about the characters from Avalanche?
No. Well, yeah, they look good, I think. But there's this one kid that they add in, and it drove me up a wall because it's like, this is why New Square is so bad. It, like, ruins everything. It's like they don't understand what actually worked. And maybe they do. Maybe that's what sells in Japan, and I just don't know. But where is it? I don't know if I can find him, because he's not, like, really important to the story. Where is it? It's like
How many zippers does he have?
Exactly. What is his name? Characters. I'll just do character wiki. I like Billy. Oh, thank you, Think TV. He's a good boy. Where is he?
That's always the thing that will be embedded in my mind when I think about a Final Fantasy is zippers.
Yeah. I mean, Kingdom Hearts really, like, made that a thing. Here's one character that's, like, super over-designed in contrast to... He's actually not that bad. It gets a little... Oh, here we go. Where is he?
You might have to send me the...
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess looking at it now, it's not so bad.
I see what you
But compared to, like, you know, like...
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's that whole thing. If they're just...
It's a little bit extra, so it doesn't bother me so much compared to, like, the simplicity of the other ones. But there's another one, I wish I can find it, that, like... He's what really, like, triggered me. And I don't know if I can find him, because there's so many decisions in this game. Like, Archer style.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. It does kind of look like Archer, doesn't it? Superman. I don't know where he's at. He's like a side character that you talk to go into this, like, cyberspace to fight, like, monsters, which doesn't make any sense in the world, but whatever. Oh well, I can't find them. But anyways, it's just, like, it's a very obvious contrast of, like misdesign, I feel like.
Yeah.
But...
Oh, it could be that case of, like, when they got different designers working on it for, like, different aspects.
Well,
like,
it's the same.
Remember...
It's it's the same group through the whole project that made it. If the problem is that they use the original assets to like redefine them in like 3D and like this beautiful new, like, it's the game's obviously, like, incredible looking. Like, it looks better than PlayStation 5 visuals on a PlayStation 4. That's how good it is, because it has 100 gigs of, like, very precise assets, because they wanted each map to look very unique, and they did a great job with it. But then you see, like, all the decisions made that don't have to do with the original game, because it goes in a very different direction, are, like, not good decisions, and, like, people are still, like, mind boggled to this day why they chose to do that. And I guess it's so they can go in their own direction, but it's like all these decisions are just, they're not good, they're bad. It actually ruins, like, a lot of the fun that was like, the world's kind of a dark place, you know, and it's like, this is an eco-terrorist group, like, people die, and it's like, oh, but you can't have that anymore in games, you know, it's got to be, like, all like roses without thorns, you know. So it's like, we got to make sure to save everyone before this thing explodes. Now let's spend 3 hours on this side mission where you save every single townsperson and get them all out before this whole thing crushes the city. Whereas in the original game, it was like, yeah, the whole city got destroyed and everybody in it died, including, like, all these people that you just really, like, fell in love with. So it's like, oh, I see. It's like there's a timer that's counting down. It's like 10 minutes left, but it's still like 3 hours of gameplay time in that section. And I'm just like, oh, and there's, like, parts where the characters are, like, they're feeling sad for each other, and they're like, oh, there, it'll be okay. And they have that scene where they sit down on, like, the curb and they're thinking about, like, their life and their decisions, and it's still, the timer is still at 10 minutes. And I'm like, what is happening? This is so dumb.
Yeah. I hadn't played the remake yet, or even seen much about it and all that.
It's really good. It is still, like, a really good game, and it, like, I'm thoroughly glad that I played through it, especially because for some reason somebody made a hard game again for once, which I was talking to my buddy about last night. I'm like, no wonder I don't like games anymore, is because none of them are difficult, save, like, Dark Souls, that it's made to be that way. But, like, everything's so easy now that I don't find any enjoyment in it. But at least this game was ridiculously challenging at points, and I was like, nice. I felt like I actually overcame, like, a game that had, like, actual difficulty.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, that always feels like it comes down to, you know, I guess decision-making's on a game, like, the matter of, do they want to put an emphasis on story or challenge and all that? But, like, I was watching a video essay, like, I don't know if you're familiar with Matt McMuscles and his...
No, you'll have to send me...
series.
You have to send me something from him.
Yeah, like, it was just because of, like, someone was recommending some of his stuff, and then I just kind of went on a rabbit
right.
watching some of
You left it on in the background and never turned it off.
one of the videos I watched recently from him was that and this was a video from last year, and he was talking about the Devil May Cry reboot series.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was that whole thing of like some stuff, like I only remembered like some surface level stuff, but not like what were the actual reasons why the game was not good.
Received well.
Yeah, because like I know the big thing was people were upset about how Dante didn't look the same, his hair wasn't white anymore, and then just like how his character was like I guess too cool.
But that's what
like,
made it so fun. Like,
well, no.
I know a lot of people don't like it, but that game in my eyes is like an actual masterpiece. Like, from turning it on to like putting it down, every single second in that game was just so thoroughly engaging. And it makes me so angry that people didn't like it. I'm like, I don't understand why. I could see like maybe you don't like some of the decisions. Ooh, you're making a game nice, Think TV. Go ahead.
Well, that was the thing. He did talk about at least the initial release of the game, because he said later they patched in a lot of stuff that actually made it better. But when it initially came out, the big problem was that, like, it was on the Unreal Engine, and they could not like go at a certain like frame rate, so the action felt slow. Which, you know, it's Devil May Cry, so it's supposed to be like that fast, frantic,
super intense,
like
yeah.
you do a bunch of combos.
Yeah.
But then also the combat, because it was done by Ninja Theory, and like prior to like some other games they would do later, that this one they just didn't seem to have like a good grasp on how to make a good combat system.
Oh, interesting.
Because again, like like people who love Devil May Cry series, it's notoriously very difficult. Like you could spam your way and get through it, but you wouldn't get like the triple S rating score.
Maybe maybe I played a later version of it then, because I don't remember any issues, so maybe that's why.
And that's probably the case, because I think when it initially was released, it didn't work, and then, I mean, a lot of people didn't like it, and I think they then re-released it months later with a lot of fixes.
Are you talking about DMC?
Yeah, DMC.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Oof.
Yeah, I keep forgetting on if it was supposed to be called DMC or Devil May Cry or...
They just, because it was like kind of like a reboot, they kind of gave it its own like iconic rename, so it's still Devil May Cry, but it's like BVS is Batman versus Superman, you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
Yeah, but I always feel like if I just say like DMC, then people are just thinking it's any of the Devil May Cry series.
Right, fair enough.
Like if I'm just trying to abbreviate it.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, he goes into like a lengthy amount of stuff about it, particularly like things I didn't know on the back end on why people were hating it so much.
Right.
Like one of the creative directors, like being this whole like kind of having this attitude of like this thing is gonna be so cool and so bad and all this stuff, and if people think otherwise, well, they're just lame.
I think I remember somebody talking about that. I was like kind of rude about it, and I was like, fair enough, I guess that's like one reason not to like it, but
yeah, like apparently some people were speculating that this version of Dante was modeled entirely after himself, or at least how he idealized version of himself.
Right.
Yeah. Which I can see that being like one of the things for it, or also the big one being how they had that PlayStation All-Star game, and they just had the new Dante in it, but not the classic.
The classic,
Dante,
yeah.
which, you know, for a lot of people, it's like, this is All-Star. Shouldn't it have the classic one?
At least as a
the one
skin.
that just came out.
Right. Ian, welcome back. Pup Icy is next for me to draw. Oh, nice. I can't wait to see that one. What day is it for you right now? It's still Tuesday, friend. Tomorrow, last dub for Season 2 on ReZero. Ooh, fancy. Last episode of ReZero.
Heard a lot of good things about that one.
Yeah. Apparently it's super duper sad.
Yeah.
But that's fine. I could use a good cry.
There was a trailer to a film that I recently heard about, and it's one of those things of like, this looks very weird and odd, but I'm kind of interested in seeing this.
Ew, was it Cats?
No, it's
Grizzly Art, welcome.
it's a film called The House Wolf or The Wolf House, something like that.
Was it Wolf Walkers?
No, not that.
Do you know what that is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the new Cartoon Saloon.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see that one. I'm actually like, I've been following them for a long time after having seen Secret of Kills, and the Song of the Sea was just so good. So I'm pretty excited to see that one too.
No, this Wolf House, it's a Spanish film, and the thing that's wild, it's all done with stop motion, but it's also like using various like arts and crafts
Oh, interesting.
material,
Right.
but also like using like full-size figured like paper mache stuff.
Oh,
like,
is it by the studio that did that other one? The what is it called? It's the one thing, the Two Strings. Is it that team?
The what?
The one that did the Two Strings? Kubo and the Two Strings?
Oh no.
Oh.
Like it's not that kind of stop motion.
Oh, okay.
Like it's almost in the vein of like these are like crude like paper mache things, because this is a horror film.
Oh.
So to add that level of like unsettling.
Yeah, uneasiness. You're gonna get that nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotcha. That's cool.
Yeah, like here's a photo from it.
Right.
Of like what it looks like, and again, it's like seeing it in motion. It's very unsettled looking.
Ooh, this is horrific.
Yeah, and it's not just with that.
It almost looks like real.
Well, no, that's the thing. These are all life-size props.
Right.
Therefore, then it's like, because again, this is all stop motion.
Right.
But it's also like doing various things, like them painting, like things happening on the wall. So then it looks like, you know, kind of like a crude animation on top of like the walls of this room.
Right.
Yeah, because the video I was hearing about it was like talking about it's a story of a woman who's trying to escape a cult that she was a part of.
Ooh.
And she's seeking refuge in this house with these two pigs that she finds, and is then like treating these pigs like children, and then just more weird and bizarre stuff starts happening.
That sounds pretty cool, pretty interesting.
Yeah. Like, I'll send you the trailer so you can watch it yourself later.
Right.
On just like how weird it looks. Like, initially when I was first hearing about it, I thought it was just a short film, and I didn't realize I was just watching the trailer in Spanish.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, that was weird. I don't understand why it was considered. Then I'm like, oh wait, this is just a 2-minute trailer.
Right.
Yeah. It's also one of those things, like, I gotta give them props on just how creatively
doing something different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, because, like, the video was part of a video, or, like, I was hearing about this from a video essay just talking about disturbing films.
Yeah, imagery and stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, like, some of the examples they provided, like, some of them I had heard of, like, they were, or, like, he brought up in passing stuff like, you know, Watership Down and Plague Dogs and all that kind of stuff. But then he was getting into a bunch of others and talking about, like, just how these films personally made him feel and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then him talking about the reasoning why he watches films like this. Like, yes, these are disturbing and messed up, but there's something oddly comforting about them.
Yeah. It's like an internal, whatever it's called.
Yeah. But I think part of it is, like, for him, I think he was just talking about, like, yeah, currently there's a lot of horrible stuff going on, but this, oddly enough, makes me forget about those for just a bit, just because now it's horrible stuff that's happening, but I'm not connected to it.
Right.
Something like that. Yeah. Which I can kind of get what he's talking about with that.
Right, right. The world is in, like, a pretty crazy place right now, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, just about on the 3-hour mark. So.
Oh, fancy.
I'm actually gonna probably call it a night. It's awesome.
All right,
just
man.
about 10 o'clock.
Yeah, it was good having you here. Thanks for joining.
No problem, dude.
Yeah, have a good night.
Good talking to you, and everyone else. Have a good night.
All right, bye.
Laters.
All right, everyone. Now I can actually read your comments. Hooray! Bye, I guess. What's up, Icy? How are you doing, friend? Is it just ending? I just joined. Oh, no, it's not ending yet, just yet. We'll probably go for another half hour or so. For the heck of it. Soak, it already happened. Yeah, you missed it, Soak. I went over your character and everything. Yeah, you busted, Soak. He can't escape this one. Dude, this song right here. I see, I drew you a check, Discord. He drew you a check in Discord. Wow! A real life money check. $bucks and everything. Give me that saturated life right here. Sorry, fam. Ah! Your drawings. Also, can you play the theme from Brawl Stars? Yeah, let me do Brawl Stars theme. Do this song. Is it this one? It's just the menu. Is it that song? Brawl Stars theme song. Brawloween theme music. OST 1 hour late. Is it this song? Hello friend. Hi Dixie. How you doing friend? Addison. Defense attorney, I want to draw more Crown Fox sometime. It's a fun character to draw if that's okay with you. Of course it is. How do you get that little wrench beside your name? That's because they are moderators of the channel, friend. They're channel mods. Pilfer is way too focused on his drawing. Sorry, Alejandra. I was trying to get these little grass strands down so that it looks good. I think it looks pretty good right now. I just need to make a few changes to some stuff. Like let me do, I can do like, should have had it go higher, oh well. Oh, this could be darker here. Where is all this this stuff at? Guess all this has to go behind it. There we go. Then maybe a little bit of like lighter color here, but it needs to be much smaller. Has to be darker. Okay. Oh, thank you very much, Alejandra. And PR Wolf, how you doing, friend? It's a pleasure to have you here. How you doing today? Welcome to me trying to figure out how to correctly draw backgrounds. I'm trying my best, friend. PR Wolf, I think that icon you have is a fantastico. Maybe it should be a little bit darker up here, like this color here, or maybe like that color there. There we go. A little bit more gray. I think maybe like that. That's better. And then I can have the sky kind of coming down on these hills over here. Where's the sky? I guess I could do it up here. Or boop. Hello! Let's chill, man. Okay. You said something after dinner. Pup, look at the icy I drew. Alright, friend. Good, how about you? I'm well, Dixie. Thanks for joining, friend. That's okay. Oh, but the drawing's very nice. Do you know when you can play Brawl Stars? Ian, after dinner. The defense attorney. Hey, it's me, Maddie. It's a me, Maddie. Mamma mia. Okay. I don't think I like a lot of this right here. I like it to be a little bit cleaner. Should be a little bit darker, I think. Where is this? No, there it is. I found it. And I can just go like this. Ooh, fancy. I always like playing with these to see what colors I can actually get from them. See if there's any fun colors about hiding in there. I'll do like an overlays poopy. What about multiply? Not bad. I can go like this. Get rid of multiply. Okay. Oh, it's gonna be a few hours, Ian, so probably not tonight. Dragon Tree Stump, everyone's favorite furry is here. Not me. Oh, Dragon Tree Stump, you're my favorite furry friend. That's for sure. Who dis? Ooh, woo, who dis? Dragon tree. It's a real life dragon tree. Okay, next tree. I'm trying my best, friends. Oh, thanks for the subs, guys. I really appreciate it. We're almost at 430 subs. That's awesome. Feels pretty good, I think. Do you like a darker purple or something? Or lighter purple? Ooh, woo, critique time's over. You busted. So many pictures. PR Wolf, do you also draw cool stuff? Are you an artissimo? Might have to mess with these a little bit, these shadows. Let's see. Oh yeah, and then the dirt road. I need to fix it up to look a little bit more like a dirt road, that's for sure. That could be easy peasy though. He's one of these bad boys. No, this should be in the front, honestly, and it should be a brighter color like that. There we go. Oof. Oh, thanks for the sub, PR Wolf. I really appreciate it, friend. You got some nice stuff. Pup, that looks realistic. How do you do backgrounds like that? It's a lot of color uses. Like, you want the things that are closer to you to be darker and the things that are further to be lighter. And you want everything that is ground to be darker than everything that is sky. So the sky has to be the brightest color next to your characters. There's a few rules that go into it, so that's, you know, that's pretty cool. Let's see, image adjustments. I can show you this real quick. See, he needs to be a little bit brighter, but this is lighter than the rest of this down here, so that's smart. That's good. I need to make him maybe... It should be fine because he's also the only yellow thing on this, but I would still like it to be a little bit different. Maybe he could be a little bit... Oh yeah, I could do like highlights on him and stuff. That might help a lot. Like here. Get his face some nice highlights. Make him nice green highlights. There we go. Some nice highlights. Beastars, yas. He's not gonna eat the rabbit though. But that looks realistic. I know, it's so realistic. Yeah, it's a lot of it is like the grass strands too are pretty nice. Rabbit. Delicious rabbit. Nom, 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 nom. I think it looks pretty good. It's pretty fun. The winding path and whatnot. Yas, friends. Alright, well I think that's going to be it for tonight. I really appreciate you guys hanging out. I hope you had a good time. There'll be more stream to come, more of these characters to come, I'm sure. I want to hold the rabbit. It looks soft. Yeah, she's very... Lily Bee Clover is pretty adorable and lovable, that's for sure. She likes to be held. Yeah, thanks so much for joining all. I hope you had a good time. Have a great night and stay safe, Wolf. Bye. GG, gotta sleep. Same. I'm going to get some dinner. Bye, fam. I would kill it. No, Danny, don't eat my rabbit. I love